Hi there, it's Tamara Doris, your Sacramento real estate professional and your Sacramento real estate professor. It can be tricky to say both those at the same time. Anyway, I want to talk to you today about stinkiness. I know hygiene is not something that we normally talk about on a real estate YouTube channel, but listen, it's a thing that I really want to make sure you understand, especially if you're a homeowner thinking of selling your Sacramento home. Now, the truth of the matter is a lot of different things can make our home smell. But the most important thing to remember is what one of my friends calls nose blind. You become nose blind to scents that you're always used to. In fact, I heard someone the other day talking about the fact that they go into a home and it smells like kitty litter, cat urine, but the person who lives there does not smell it. I remember I had a listing up in Rancho Murieta several years ago, and her dog, her puppy, was not potty trained, and the puppy went pee all over the house. And you walked in that home and you were just hit with that smell of urine. I don't care how cute puppies or kitties are, pee is pee and doesn't smell very good, especially when it's been soaking in carpet. So she had the carpet cleaned and it didn't help. And so the problem was she was like nose blind to it. She didn't smell it. So she couldn't understand why people were saying no one was buying her house, right? And and I was telling her it's the smell of urine. She's like, no. That must just be left over from the carpet drying. Well, it turns out in this particular case, the urine had soaked down into the pad and down into the floorboard and the basement, what do you call it? The boards around, baseboards. There you go. Anyway, so it soaks in the wood, and then it was just like, it's going to smell, and nobody's going to buy that house. I don't care how beautiful of a home it is. If it stinks like cat pee, people are not going to buy it. But other things that are less obvious. Now, I think our current society is very aware that it's not really kosher to smoke in houses. I mean, some people might still do it. But if you're a smoker, please don't smoke inside your home, especially if you're ever going to sell it. Because here's the situation. Smoke gets inside the electrical outlets and it stays in the wall. Now, of course, this is true if you smoke marijuana or nicotine. You shouldn't smoke inside the house. I have no comment on vaping because I don't know anything about vaping. But you shouldn't smoke inside a house because the odor can stay there with the house. But let's talk about something that is more applicable to all of us, and that is food smells. Just because your burrito supreme last night was amazing, I don't think your buyers or potential buyers are going to want to smell it when they're walking through the next day. So when we think about all the cooking that we do, and different cultures have different scents associated with their food, but any kind of cooking at all can stick with the house. So what do? I mean, it's not like you're going to sit there and not eat the whole month or two that your home is on the market, right? One of the things I have found most effective is to simply, after you eat, after you have your fine cuisine, open the windows and open the doors, maybe blow a fan if you had something like with lots of garlic or onion, and just blow it out. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the plug-in Glade things, don't do it. The spray air freshener, don't do it. Because when you add chemicals to odor, now it just smells like a chemical odor. So in other words, if you have tacos and the whole house smells like tacos, and then you decide to spray Glade fresh linen on it, now it smells like linen tacos. We don't want that. So try to avoid masking the smell in that way. Now, I am a big fan of candles. Candles can absorb scents, but you don't want to get heavily perfumed ones because, again, it just makes the whole problem with the odor even worse. So the best cure, besides being very careful on the scents that you bring into the home, the best cure is to air it out, fresh air. Now, this is spring right now, late spring, so it's perfect. It's a perfect time to blow things out and to just have windows open and doors open and let all the fresh air come in. And if it's a stronger smell, you might want to just put a fan and just blow it all out of there. But here's what I really want to stress. If your house is smelly, or if it has a lingering stinky odor and you live in it, you are not going to pick it up. And that's really the tricky part here. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I did this video. Because a lot of times we don't recognize the smell in our homes. One of the best things you can do, even if it's a little bit embarrassing, is ask somebody who you know and trust, who's not going to lie to you to make you feel good, maybe a family member, but ask them to come in your house and walk through the house and ask them, where does it smell? What does it smell like? And where is it the strongest? And most of the time, if you have an animal, it's going to be the room that the animal's in the most. For example, I remember, when we have dogs, we always have dogs, and they get on the couch. And so I have a couch cover. And now I have to be sure to wash that couch cover at least once a week. Because if I don't smell it. My dogs smell great to me, right? They go to the groomer, they get bathed, they smell great to me. But they don't necessarily smell great to everyone else. And then when they're laying on the couch cover and their odor gets all over the couch cover, I don't notice it. They smell like good dogs to me. But if a stranger were to come in, they would say, oh yeah, I can smell that you have dogs on the couch. So think about the ways and the areas of your home that might have more pet smells. Maybe if you have a kitty litter box, if you do a lot of heavy cooking. Another great idea for cooking is just always have the exhaust fan on. Pull the odors out of there. That's what they're there for. So hopefully you found this helpful, because I'm going to tell you, if you yourself can think of a time when you walked into a home and it was a smelly belly home, you would never want to buy it. Because you're going to ask yourself, well, I don't know what that smell is, but if it's here now, why wouldn't it be in here when I move in? And you'd be right? Because odors can stick with the house. They can stick to the paint. They can stick to the carpet. They can go in through the electrical outlets, so that it could retain the smell. So you don't want to scare buyers off by having a smelly belly house. So open everything up. Use a fan if you need to. Reduce the heavy duty cooking during the time your house is on the market. And don't smoke in your house. Those are the best tips I can give you. If you have pets, even if you think they smell fine, if you have a kitty litter box, I would encourage you to put it in either the laundry room or the garage during the time that your house is on the market. Move everything outside, because some people have sensitive snouts and they really pick up on that. And if you have dogs, make sure you let them go outside a lot. Make sure you bathe them during your home sale, and make sure that if they have blankets or beds that you're washing them, or at the very least, airing them out every day. Airing them out, putting them outside, letting them air out. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you're thinking about selling your non-smelly home in Sacramento, you can check the link below and we can talk. And I promise you, as painful as it is for me, if I walk into your home and there's an odor there, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say it with love, but I'm going to tell you. Why? Because saving my feelings by not embarrassing myself and saying, do you have pets? It's not going to do you any favors. My job is not to pussyfoot around. Get it? Pussyfoot kitty cats. My job is to get you the most money possible for your home. And I can only do that if all the criteria are met. And one of them would be that you don't have a super smelly home. Okay? So if you need any help, if you need any assistance, or you want to set up a Zoom call where I can look at your house, I can't smell it, but I can look at it and we can talk, use the link below and set up a time that we can chat. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching.